your lips were chapped, like you don't use Carmex or something. Like, it was literally horrible. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jania if you're new to my channel, and I am back with another video. So y'all, today we are going to be doing a question and answer. I feel like when I first started YouTube, I was a little bit like backwards in my strategy of like putting out my first video. I feel like I probably should have did like a question and answer, get to know me, but that wasn't the case. So one of my followers asked me like, can I do a question and answer so that you all can, you know, get to know me better? And today is the day. So I went ahead and did a poll on Instagram and told y'all to ask me a few questions and I would answer them. So before we actually get into really answering the questions, I want to just give y'all a little bit about me. My name is Jania. If you don't know me personally, or if you haven't been following my channel, I am 28 years old. I'm a Sagittarius from West Palm Beach, Florida. I graduated with my bachelor's degree from the Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University, and I just love like doing girly stuff. Like, I'm just that girl basically. I don't know if y'all can see, but these are like all the questions that I got. So I am going to be answering the questions for y'all, and yeah, we just gonna jump right into it. The first question that was asked to me on Instagram is, do you plan on quitting your current job for YouTube? So eventually I do want to quit my job and become a full-time entrepreneur, a full-time content creator, and just be able to do what it is that I love and that I'm passionate about. I feel like with a full-time job, I'm not able to fully commit and fully give my all to YouTube because there is something else that I'm doing. So I feel like once I get to that point where I'm able to, you know, quit my job and I'm going to be financially stable and able to do that, then I definitely want to. So yeah, to answer your question, I do plan on quitting my job. I'm not sure when. My goal is next year, but we'll see. So the next question is, if you could live anywhere, where would it be? If I could live anywhere in the world, it would probably be LA. Like, I love LA so much. It reminds me so much of Florida, Palm Beach, like the palm trees, the sun, the weather, everything. Everything about LA reminds me of being home. So if I could live anywhere in the world, it would definitely be LA. I feel like there are a lot of content creators, there are a lot of influencers that live in LA, and I just feel like LA is a vibe, like literally. So if I could live anywhere, it would definitely be LA. All right, the next question is, why did you decide to start YouTube? So to be honest, I decided to start YouTube because I didn't really see a lot of girls like me. I didn't see a lot of plus size girls who were confident. I didn't see a lot of girls who looked like me. Basically, I always saw an influencer as somebody who was thin or had a BBL or was very gorgeous, or, you know, just the typical influencer, the people that you see on Instagram. So the reason I started YouTube was to basically be a resource for women like me, women who look like me, women who don't feel as confident. I want to be able to show women like, girl, you can be whatever size you want to be. You can look however you want to look, as long as you feel good about yourself, and as long as you feel like you look like what it is that you should look like, then you good. So that's initially why I started YouTube, because I just wanted to be a resource for the ladies. So that is still my goal. Like, I want to be a resource, but I also don't want to be put in a box, basically. Like, I want to be able to do lifestyle, beauty, fashion, plus size fashion. I want to be able to do everything. So yeah, that's really why I started YouTube. So my next question is, did you always want to do YouTube? What were your plans or aspirations prior to YouTube? So I always knew that I wanted to be a resource for women. I always knew that I could dress. I always knew that people was always asking me like, girl, where you get that from? Where you got that from? But YouTube was not like heavy on my mind. Like, I didn't know what exactly I wanted to do as far as like creating content or like beauty, lifestyle, fashion. I didn't really know that YouTube would actually be what it is for me. But prior to YouTube, I wanted to, get into like real estate, wholesale real estate and stuff like that. But somebody who I was dealing with the real estate part kind of left like a bad taste in my mouth, so I kind of stopped doing that or whatever, and I just really started basically like doing YouTube instead of like trying to pursue my dreams in real estate. I wouldn't say that I'm done with real estate completely. That's just not my main focus as of right now. But I do plan on kind of getting back into it because real estate is definitely where the money is. And yeah, so that was my aspirations prior to YouTube. The next question is, what's your writing editing tools? I don't necessarily have a writing editing tool, I don't believe. If I'm not on like Canva or the font, I'll just really use Instagram fonts and stuff like that. But I don't really necessarily have like a specific writing editing tool. The next question is, how do you plan content? I kind of just like get ideas in my head and I like write it down. I don't necessarily have like a plan or a strategy when it comes to content as of right now. I just know that I want to put out a video each and every Sunday. That's my consistency goal for right now, to put out a video each and every Sunday for my subscribers. So I don't know if how I really plan content. I just kind of come up with an idea, write it down, and go from there. So the next question is, how do you create topics for YouTube? So I can literally be driving in a car and something like pops in my head, and as soon as it pops in my head, I have to put it in my notes because I don't want to forget. So I don't know if I really come up with topics. I also get a lot of inspiration from YouTube. So like I'll sit and scroll on YouTube and see what others are like doing or how they're like, you know, growing their channel, and I'll try to create something or recreate something in that same realm. So yeah, that's how I create my topics for YouTube. But for the most part, something kind of like pops in my head and then I'll write it down and then we'll just go from there. The next question is, what's your favorite perfume right now? So my favorite perfume right now has to either be Baccarat or my Louis Vuitton Atropis Rebus. I laugh every time I say that because I do not know how to pronounce the name of it. Both of those fragrances smell so good, so those are my two absolute favorite fragrances right now. The next question is, when and where was your first kiss? This is so funny. Like, are we in like high school or elementary school? I'll answer it though. Like literally, I was in the 8th grade. So short little story time. So I think I was in like the 7th or the 8th grade, and I wasn't really like into kissing. I was so shy. I was like so like boys. But I was dating this boy or whatever, and my parents knew him, my aunt knew him, everybody kind of like knew him or whatever, and we was cool. So one day, like, he had came to my house, or like because he stayed around the neighborhood or whatever, and he had came over to my house, and I like went up the street because of course like we had already planned, like when you a kid you already plan like, okay, we gonna kiss on this day, whatever, like, so you just planning it out or whatever. So he came over or whatever, and we went like around the corner to like the next street because of course I'm not gonna kiss you like in front of my house or whatever. So we get around the corner and I'm just like nervous and shy. When I tell y'all I kissed this boy and his lips were so freaking chapped, worst kiss ever. So that was my first kiss experience. That first kiss was horrible. Like, your lips were chapped like you don't use Carmex or something. Like, it was literally horrible. But yeah, that was my first kiss experience. So the next question is there something you can't live without? I don't think there's necessarily anything that I can't live without. Like, I do love my cell phone, but I could live without that. I don't think there's anything that I can't necessarily live without. No. So that's the answer to that. No, there's nothing that I really can't live without. The next question is, are you currently a full-time influencer, or do you work with another job as well? So that word influencer is like really kind of like controversial. So to answer that, no, I am not a full-time influencer. I do have another job, but I don't consider myself an influencer. I kind of more so consider myself like a content creator. I feel like I do have influence. Like if I put something on, if I wear something, like that can influence somebody to go and want to purchase it. So I do feel like I have influence. But I feel like when you are like, that word influencer gets like thrown out there, and I feel like people think that it's like a status kind of thing. So I don't know if I really consider myself an influencer. I'm more of like a content creator, but I feel like I do have influence, if that kind of answers your question. So the next question is, who is your favorite YouTuber? I don't really think I have a favorite YouTuber. I really like the way that Aaliyah's Face edits her videos. Like I feel like it is very clean. I feel like her edits are very clean, very crisp, and very like cinematic. So I don't think I really necessarily have a favorite YouTuber. I do watch a lot of people on YouTube, but I have somebody who I really like their edits, because that's one thing that I really enjoy about YouTube, and that's editing my videos before I post them. Like I really enjoy editing my videos and putting them out there. And I'm really new to editing. I've only been doing YouTube for about 3 months. November, December, January, February. Yeah, 3 months. I started in November. So that is something that I really enjoy doing. So I really love Aaliyah's Face edits. I wouldn't necessarily say like I have a favorite YouTuber. The next question is, what are your manifestations? So I manifest joy, I manifest happiness, I manifest financial stability, I manifest financial freedom, I manifest being able to become a full-time content creator, I manifest just being happy all around with myself, I manifest an abundance of confidence, I just manifest whatever it is that's gonna like make me happy. But more so like my manifestation this year is like really being able to quit the current job that I'm in right now and be able to become a full-time influencer, and I feel like that's really gonna happen. So yeah. What is your biggest pet peeve? I think my biggest pet peeve is inconsistency. Like nothing aggravates me more than an inconsistent person, like somebody that's not consistent. Because I feel like I'm very consistent with what I do. I'm very consistent and I'm very intentional in what I do. So that's probably one of my biggest pet peeves, is inconsistency, for sure. The next question is, what inspires your style? I don't really have inspiration, I don't think. I mean, I see like an outfit that I like and I'll try to recreate it. Like I saw an outfit that Aaliyah's Face had on. So maybe Instagram influenced my style. I don't know. I don't know if I really have a style influence. If I like it, if it's cute, I get it and put it on and take a picture. I don't really know if I have like a style influence. I feel like my style is really all over the place. Like some days I want to be a minimalist. Some days I want to be with all the colors, wearing the greens and the oranges and all of that. So to be honest, I don't really know. If y'all look at my Instagram, y'all will see. I really want an aesthetically pleasing Instagram, but it cannot be like that because the pictures that I take, they aren't the same. Like I don't have one specific style. I don't have like this color or that color, or I'm trying to wear all the browns, or I'm trying to wear all the colors. Like I don't really know. I don't really have a style inspo as of right now, but that's not to say I won't have one in the future. So this question I said I was going to answer on my next video, which I asked a lot of my Instagram followers to give me their opinion on this topic, and it was, give notice or cut them off and never speak again. Why is this your approach? So a lot of people were saying it was kind of a split 50-50. Like I would cut them off without notice, or I would tell them what they did to me and then cut them off. So me personally, I feel like it's very situational. Like when you know that you're about to cut a person off, they already kind of knew that it was coming, pretty much. So like I feel like you gotta leave a person where they had you basically. Like you can't tell me that you don't know why it is that I'm cutting you off. But to me, to be honest, my take on it is leaning more towards of like, I'm just gonna cut you off and it is what it is. Like, I'm not telling you what it is that you did to me, because 9 times out of 10 you already know what it is that you've done. So I don't feel like I need to reiterate that, or I don't feel like I even need to give you any more of my time, any more of my effort or energy. So I'm just gonna cut it off and leave it at that. So the next question is, where did you purchase your lock necklace? It's beautiful. So as y'all can see, y'all already see that I be wearing a lot of lock necklaces in my videos. I have on one right now. I get my locks from Luxury Locks. I will go ahead and leave her Instagram down below. She is a Black-owned business, Black-owned woman business, a very professional business. Luxury Locks is where I get my lock necklaces from. She has an array of necklaces, and I would definitely leave her Instagram down below in the description bar, so y'all can go and check out her website and purchase y'all locks as well. All right, so the last and final question is, do you think it's time you have a baby? To be honest, no, not right now. Like, I'm not where I want to be financially. I'm not where I want to be career-wise. So I feel like bringing a child into this world would definitely not be a good thing right now. I used to say like I wanted to have kids by the time I turned 30. If I didn't have kids by the time I turned 30, then it was like over with. I don't know if I'm still there yet. Maybe push it to 35. I don't know. But as of right now, I'm really focused on me. I'm really focused on my career. I'm really focused on the end goal. I never want to bring a child in this world knowing that it's something that I could have done more to set them up, basically. So I never understood the parents who would say, I gotta show my child tough love. They gotta know what it feels like to struggle, or whatever it is they say. But I don't want that life for my child. Like, I don't want them to know what it feels like to struggle, because I mean, I really didn't struggle. It's a lot of stuff that I did have to do on my own, but I don't want that for my kids. Like, I definitely want to set my kids up with the best. Like, so I'm not at where I'm at I'm not where I want to be right now. So I don't think that bringing a child into this world would be the best decision for me right now. So yeah, to answer your question, not at this moment. Things could change next year. Things could change 2 years from now. But as of right now, no. All right, y'all, so that is gonna go ahead and conclude this question and answer session. If you all have any further questions for me, don't hesitate to DM me on Instagram or comment down below any questions that you all may have for me. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed this content. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on your post notifications so that you know every single time that I am uploading content. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram at alleyes_GG for all of my pictures and content as well. I want to thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.